wouldn't do too much for him.
All right.
Other than give him like 1 or 2 food, I guess.
All right, well, let's jump into the 7th replay we have for you guys today. It's going to be our own BestTeaMaker versus BagelDenizen. It's their first game of their matchup. It's going to be replay number 7. Are you guys ready to go into this matchup?
Let's go.
Not really.
Of course, Bestie not wanting to see his own things talked about. But here we go. We're going to start this replay in 3, 2, 1.
Okay, and here we go. BagelDenizen to the south end of the map in red. BestTeaMaker to the west in green. And this is a quite interesting banana-shaped map.
Yeah, definitely. I definitely see potential for a falcon flyover, so to speak. Looks like neither player has falcons this game, so that's not going to happen. But the first thing I'm seeing is BestTeaMaker with a very safe expansion to the west there. Looks like BagelDenizen has a couple of options for... Oh, no, because BestTeaMaker BagelDenizen, that base to the east is only accessible if he goes out of his main base area and his expansion and around. Yeah. So if Bestie can manage to lock down this map in the middle, like Xeno Coop did against 2Flower before, it's going to be in a very good position. Hunter,
yeah, you're exactly right, Captain. Yeah, that center base is going to be the focal point of the map, and I expect like anyone who gets that position is just going to take the game away. BagelDenizen gets that. Oh, he gets that surprise base. He sells it though. That's a shame. Okay, you must have expected BestT to do something cheesy, maybe.
Yeah, that would have
been really strong.
Yeah, great buy for BagelDenizen. Unfortunately, selling it, but having a base out there to kind of negate that middle base control would have got him a lot further in the game. But we'll see. Both players getting their first tier 1s out. 3 squirrels versus 3 lizards at this point. Both players on 7 farms.
Yeah, lizards, yeah. Okay, and BagelDenizen is forcing BestT into death, looks like, right now.
Losing that.
Yeah, now he's taking that position.
All right, good. So he does take that base.
Because now that position is kind of revealed. He knows that... BestT should know that Bagel is up there, and it's not so much of a surprise, but it's still a very good position, and I expect him to make good use of this. But here we go, it's lizards versus squirrels, even number. Let's see how this goes down.
All right, lizards coming in and sweeping through the squirrels, losing 1 or 2 lizards. That one squirrel coming in, saying, "Hey, wait, it's my turn," and then dies immediately. So unfortunately,
I can do this.
I could do this. No, I can't. Those lizards coming through and taking out BagelDenizen's base up there is also going to catch one of those farms. That farm in the south of that base is going to get taken out. So
that really sucks for Bagel, and Bagel's lost that position on the middle of the map now, and he's in a bad position. Looking at army value, BestT is just going to shoot ahead right now. He's on 6 lizards, going up to 12. He's got toads. He's got pigeons. I think he can just force himself into the enemy base here and just take out those that army, and that's exactly what he's doing right now.
All right, here he goes. Those pigeons backing him up, trying to keep those lizards alive, but it looks like BagelDenizen is going to fend this off for the moment. 2 lizards left alive, and Bagel's going to take that nice, safe expansion. And there you go. BestTeaMaker has claimed that base in the middle, so the beginning of the end for BagelDenizen. Toad's out. Bestie's going to go in for another attack here. The Toad goes off. Looks like the pigeons are coming in, trying to heal as much as they can, but getting backed off again.
I think that was just a bit too hasty. He needed to wait until his army value is really superior. And those toads, I don't think they're actually going to be very useful in this matchup. They've got the same amount of health as those lizards, I believe. But I don't think they have as much potential, really.
Sniper balloon.
And Bagel now has that sniper balloon, yeah. That's a big deal.
And Bestie going in very aggressive, taking out this expansion. That's great. That's good for him, but he doesn't have a whole lot of army now. If BagelDenizen wanted to push out, which it looks like he's going to right now, he's going to lose this mid-map control, especially since he has this entire map. I don't know why he's attacking so much.
Ooh, this is... he has good reinforcement speed, so he has those lizards which reinforce fast, and they can move really fast across the map, so maybe he can just wheel them in fast enough. He's taking out those weak squirrels. He almost gets that second one. That's a big shame that he doesn't get that.
Ooh, and the last squirrel left alive, so that farm just barely surviving. But BestT has got to sit here, let his army build up a little bit, maybe put down a couple defensive structures, and really control this choke point, which is the only way out of Bagel's base right now. And he's got a lot of enforcements right now. Let's see if he decides to try and take it down.
He doesn't really need to worry about Bagel getting a stronger economy, because he's already got a stronger economy than Bagel. He can just work on his own while he keeps his army on at least the same level as Bagel, which shouldn't be hard at all. And then once it's big enough, he can just really just steamroll through Bagel's base. And it looks like that's maybe what he's going to start to do. He's got that sniper balloon building, and now he's shoving more farms into that forward base. And Bagel is doing the same, but without the extra army. He's just doing the farms, and that's going to put him a little bit behind on army. And it's going to be tough for him to catch up without some really good engagements.
Definitely, that sniper balloon up now. So BestT has a very commanding control of this map at the moment. Those pigeons are going to help with assaulting onto that high ground, but not too much. Oh, it looks like he can't let the sniper balloon go down. He's going to rush in.
That's the ferret.
Toads are going to come in, take a few hits off of those squirrels. Running in, they are in range of that sniper balloon, so one lizard getting taken out. But better play, better holding back by TeaMaker right now. Definitely, realizing, and as I say that, bringing his lizards in again, trying to, I guess, end the game sooner than he would otherwise.
He doesn't need to take out this expansion here. I think getting those 2 farms is just good enough. He's losing so many lizards here. He lost easily more than that windmill is worth in lizards, and I think he just, after taking those farms, which was a really good play, I think he could just get back and just keep the army value. He really doesn't need to go, and again, his army is nowhere near big enough to take on this, and his army just gets wiped out again.
He's just getting lured in by the promise of that mill that's at so little health. He is going to be able to take it down just right now, but again, if Bagel tries to push out right now, he might be able to.
That sniper balloon is very good insurance, though. It was really good that you managed to get that up really cleanly, and those ferrets aren't going to be able to do anything against that sniper balloon. If the ferrets even get close enough to the farms, the sniper balloon is just going to do work.
That pig would have died if not for that pigeon that was right there and snagged it right as it took the first ferret shot, so barely staying alive. Hero pigeon in this match.
Yeah, I must say, pigeons have been doing really well in the latest patch. That's really nice to see. Pigeons are a really fun unit, I think.
Yeah, definitely. BestTeaMaker on 6 farms to BagelDenizen's 1 farm at the moment, and again, BestTeaMaker's army getting taken out. He really doesn't need to rush in like he's doing right now. You can kind of just let Bagel starve out.
Yeah, you can just wait. He can just put down like some more farms. Yeah, he sold those toads. It looks like he's just he doesn't have enough income really to do anything right now. He just needs to wait for his lizard army to get back up, and then he can start working on what he wants to do next, which is really not much. He doesn't have to do anything really at all. You can just keep waiting.
Oh, and just barely saving his commander there. If he had died, that might have opened the door for BagelDenizen to push out. But as it stands, BagelDenizen on no farm, so that timer is going to start ticking down 60 seconds until he farms out. And all BestT has to do is sit here and wait. That's all he's got to do. Protect this expansion, or protect this choke point there. And there we go. BestT taking that match with excellent, excellent map control.
Yeah, once he took that position in the middle of the field, Bagel had really nothing he could do. He almost managed to break out at one point, but once that sniper balloon went up, he just had the insurance that he needed to be able to do anything, really. He could have done anything there, and Bagel just had no chance. He couldn't break out of that. That was really strong.
All right, well, let's bring it back to the analyst desk. Shootflypie, thoughts on that last matchup, and then we'll get to BestT for his own thoughts.
Yeah, so one thing that I saw BestT doing really well was he made excellent use of the strengths of lizards, using their speed to wrap around the outside to avoid the defenses and do hit and runs on the farms. And the other thing that he did really well is he forced a low economy game by taking constant fights, and that delayed the time that Bagel would be able to tech up into tier 2 units to get the ferrets to try to contest the held position in the middle. And he also, by constantly fighting for that second base for Bagel, he kept Bagel on 1 mill. And so Bagel was constantly in a low economy game. And that meant that he could never build up enough of an army to contest that sniper balloon and break out of the contain.
Yeah, that's a very good point, actually. I didn't really think of. Forcing those fights just meant that Bagel had no chance to tech up at all. He just had to keep spending on reinforcements. And while BestT was also spending a lot of money, a lot of food on reinforcements as well, it didn't matter because he had the better economy. Yeah, that's a good point.
So he knew that he could take slightly inefficient fights. He in a lot of those fights he lost more than he gained, but he kept the tempo of the game at a level where they could never build up enough of a force to break out of the contain.
All right, and of course we have BestTeaMaker with us right now. Bestie, what were your thoughts coming out of that game?
Can we just say that was the only game played during that set and ignore the other 2 games? That'd be great. So I'm just gonna say I got really lucky with that map. I think I was just scouting around the area and I realized he only had one expansion in that area. And if I could just shut off that one hill, that really small hill, it was so tiny that all I had to do was put a sniper balloon up there, get some units up there, and it's really hard to lose that kind of contain. This is a case where the map just helped me out so much. Thank you, map. Thank you, map generator.
But definitely having the head to realize that map was so good for you, that shows that you have the strategic mind to play tooth and tail. I will say though, Bagel did a really good thing early on, trying to take that really forward expansion there on the hilltop near my base, and I think I will say I did keep an eye on that just to make sure. You did see me trying to run around that area just to see what he was going to do up there. He had his army of squirrels, but I think it was a good show. I think he knew that he was in a really bad spot map-wise, so he needed to get some sort of economic advantage outside of that area. We saw that earlier with Lowell Steamroller versus Two Flower. Even though Two Flower did win that game, Lowell Steamroller did the right decision of expanding really far away from that initial contained area, and it could have worked out for him in that game too.
Yeah, I think it was just unfortunate that lizards just are so much stronger than squirrels in a one-on-one matchup. That with even army value, those squirrels had no chance. Maybe if you had toads or something, that would have been better, but it was really tough. Lizards were the perfect unit right there. Just fast speed, good stats.
All right, closing thoughts for this match?
I do think that Bagel did try to take the mill a little too early. He should have maybe built at least one extra warren, and instead of trying to build farms on it, use the extra territory to build more forward defenses to try to control that area of the map instead of getting an economic lead with that base.
Right. All right, well, with that, we're going to jump into the final and 8th replay for you guys today.